Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 20. Eight-yard line.
That's all you got, oh? Shut down, shut down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Decker. Being chased out left. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down. Decker. This is brought in by Gibson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Decker dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Decker got his man complete over the middle. That's Fletcher. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Johnson. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This
time he'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. David Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll look to throw. He fights him off. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll battle that fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun. Decker. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No, check, Patriots!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Right, now,
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Toss play to Balaj. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Finding room to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They're going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Ballage taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down. Decker airing one deep for Curse. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Decker. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, Decker. Over the middle, complete. That's Fletcher. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Lucky 56.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Decker steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Operating from the gun. Decker. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Trenton Cannon from 3 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Decker. Some strong running at the 20. And now the juke.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Lalage. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Forbath will put this one through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making them do it that way, didn't they?
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. But it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Cannon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Decker. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st down, Decker. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Miami, it wasn't always pretty.